the Boko Haram and the bandits that started way back before. So who are they catching there? And who are they holding responsible? The people that were busy paying ransom to bandits and snapping picture and everything. And these things are dying down just like that. Does that make us one Nigeria? I'm not on the side of anybody. I am just on the side of Nigeria. And as a Nigerian, I'm concerned.
Very fair.
Could this be the reason why our former national anthem was taken away?
Okay.
Though tribe and tongues may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians all are proud to serve our sovereign mother's land. You know?
Okay.
Here we will not shed each other's blood. Those were the lyrics of that national anthem that was taken away. These lyrics are playing back to our faces and our ears today. And it's so bad. It's so bad. If we could go to wherever, Timbuktu, Djibouti, Ethiopia, Europe, whatever, to the space, to the sky, to catch Kanu, no problem. If we could do whatever to Sunday Igboho, no problem. I'm not on anybody's side. But why are we giving amnesty and recruiting into the army or trying to help the same people? All of them are the same. They are doing the same job. In fact, these ones that are giving amnesty are worse. As a Nigerian child, I stand on the side of DK, where DK said, when we were small, nobody asked you before you play. Are you an Igbo? Are you a Yoruba? Are you an Hausa? We all played together. I was born and brought up in Kano. I was born in Funtua. I grew up in Kano. These are lovely memories. I love even that north more than my own side. What's going on here now?
Thank you very much for calling. Obi Campbell says, I don't think Sunday Igboho has a genuine reason for what he's doing. Nnamdi Kanu's own is understandable because Igbos have been marginalized, but the Yorubas, I don't think they are marginalized in any way. They have the VP and speaker's position. They have had the president for 8 years, unlike the Igbos. We've also had Senate president. We've had Senate president. We've had deputy Senate president. We've had Igbo people as... what's the word now that I'm looking for? Ministers in the cabinet. So I think anybody you talk to in Nigeria will find a way to explain to you how they are marginalized. If you just tuned into the show, hello to you. Good afternoon. So far, we've talked about the attack on Sunday Igboho's house. Our first story is what seems to have been a very gruesome invasion of his home. Reports say that gunmen entered his compound early this morning, and Olayomi Koiki, one of his aides, says the gunmen killed at least 2 people in the compound and took the bodies away. Our second story, reactions to Nnamdi Kanu's arrest and extradition. So with that particular story, I just have so many questions, right? Because the government has not given us specifics. Lai Mohammed and Abubakar Malami have talked about assistance from international agencies, but they've not talked about where and how. Now, some people say, oh, now Interpol arrest them, but Interpol, no, they arrest. And I told you the process of getting extradited with the help of Interpol. I've told you how that works. And if the normal process for capturing an international fugitive was followed in Nnamdi Kanu's case, then that means that police in another country arrested him. So what country was that? Nigerian government has not said. They just said, we arrested. The UK has said he wasn't arrested on British soil. The UK is also offering consular services. So if no country's police were involved, the next question is, did Nigeria perform an operation on foreign soil to capture Nnamdi Kanu? Was this what they call in espionage an extraordinary rendition? How do we square that with international law? In our final story, Sheyi Makinde says Nigerian professionals should get more involved in politics and governance. The Oyo governor was talking to the Nigerian Institute of Architects, and he said, quote, "I'm a supporter of professionals wanting to participate in a political process. Don't look at politics as a dirty process and keep away because you're professionals. The truth is, if we leave it to non-professionals and people that are not educated, then we should not complain if they misrule us." End quote. Let's talk about the points that he's making. First of all, he's saying that Nigeria is being misruled. Do you agree or disagree? Don't tell me it's obvious, so I don't want to put words in your mouth. Just tell me whether you agree or disagree. Second, he's saying that the misrule is because professionals are not more involved in the political process. Now, that doesn't simply mean standing for elections. It also means being party leaders. It also means being active grassroots members of political parties. He's saying that there are not enough professionals and well-educated people in all those parts of politics. And that's why we end up with leaders who misrule us. Do you agree or disagree? Third, he's saying that professionals stay out of politics because they see it as a dirty process. Do you agree or disagree? And fourth, he's saying that professionals should stop seeing politics as dirty or stop staying away because it's dirty. Instead, they should jump in, take the bull by the horns. Do you agree or disagree? Women, call me on 014657190, 0700-993-993. We've got Mrs. Oluwashola on the line. Hello, Miss Oluwashola. Thank you for calling us.
Thank you. Thank you. I've been calling since.
Welcome.
Let me start from the Nnamdi Kanu because we need to educate ourselves.
Okay.
The reason why the British is involved now, Kanu traveled from UK to where they said he was arrested.
Okay.
That was Kenya. But his family said he was arrested in Kenya before they brought him to Nigeria here. That is why they want to involve, because the destination was not Nigeria.
Okay.
How come the other country is involved? Because still they are citizens. It is happening in Kenya now and he commit crime that, initially he was not involved. When he was arrested in Lagos here and took to Abuja.
Okay.
You remember?
Okay.
Let me just stop that because I can go on to the kind of issue because I follow it. Let's talk on Igboho. Igboho, you remember what happened in Barapa?
Mm-hmm.
One man, they said they used to, Fulani man, I think his name is Wakili, and the people of that area used to complain that they will kill their people from the farm, they will arrest them, some they will take ransom, some they will kill some, and they will be complaining to police, but police cannot do anything. If they arrest the man, they will release him. And the people in the area went to him. They asked him to help involve. Then when he went to his house, the man shoot him. And he said, he just come and tell you to leave his people. No, because his people came to report you to him.
Okay.
And that is why he gave him 7 days. And that 7 days, he wasn't the one that chased the man away from that place. And come to the president of Yoruba Nation. The Yoruba Nation has been, I think the media know about it, it has been for long. It wasn't Igboho started Yoruba Nation. It was after that the Yoruba people are approaching before he is involved. But there's nothing wrong with that. Some people have to fight for the people. Jesus Christ is a single man, and other people fight. And the people that now talking, the man has this, that, if you commit crime, the government will use that one to arrest him or do this. You can get as much as you can if you are working, hard working, and you can do as much as you can. It's not only this country. They don't want people to progress. So how come this Nigerian government, they said they have the proof, no government. Enough of government. The one that happened in the Nnamdi Kanu governor, it happened to Benue governor, to Borno governor. That is in their side. Are we going to accept that the people that killing people, attacking the people. What is now all over the country? We have to blame the people in charge of security, not the people. What to come for rally? They have gone to Osun, Ogun, everywhere. From to Lagos, and somebody says, "No, you remember that some people send a message, APC people from London, then same thing Lagos here, Oluoma and all that. But they cannot say this is the way for people to go now. The sovereignty belongs to people. They should allow them to do the right. Moreover, they said the national government get a letter from them, all of them and the governor. The reason why they are calling them secession, so that secession, the government have right to use soldiers to change secession. And these people are telling them their self-determination. They know this self-determination, they cannot stop them, they cannot kill them. That is why they are using secession. And from now, you media, that is why they want to take your rights from you, because they are helping them to use secession. They are not secession, they are self-determination. If they have rights, they must follow the position, not to go in the night, go and kill people. That is why they use for the judiciary. People are complaining the judiciary is not what. How can they work when they are put fear in them? They are putting fear in media. They are putting fear in everybody. They cannot put fear in all of us. It's just a time, and there are times to fear. May God be with you.
Mrs. Oluwashola, thank you very much for calling. We've got messages on social media, lots of messages. Good Lord. Okay, Moritala Adeola says, Sandra, one of your callers says Nnamdi Kanu is too intelligent. I laugh. Well, I mean, if Nnamdi Kanu is too intelligent and he turned himself in, why didn't he do it in a very public way, which would have prevented the government from taking the credit? That's just something for you to think about. And I know that a lot of people are saying, oh, his family said this, his family said that, but we've still not heard anything official. We've also not gotten an independent report. So we cannot exactly, that's why when I was reporting reactions, I didn't carry the report of what his family allegedly said. Until we get official reports, where he was arrested, when he was arrested, how he was arrested, everything you're seeing out there may be true, maybe not true. Let's take a few more calls. 99.3.
Hello, Sandra.
How are you? What's your name?
Fine, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, my name is Paul.
Hi, Paul.
Yeah. Sandra, you see, international politics should be understood very, very well.
Okay.
We are living in a modern world. If you have traveled out of this country before, you will understand how it operates.
Yeah.
There is no way, the moment you book your flight ticket to any country, any destination, before the airline takes off, every detail, anything about you is sent to the country where you are going to. And it's sent to the security service first. And they go through it. Maybe you are a person of questionable character or wanted list for any reason. So if Kanu was in UK and he boarded a flight coming to any country in Africa or any country in the world, the details of Kanu would have been sent to that country. And it is now left for that country to inform the Nigerian government that so-and-so person, maybe of questionable character, is coming to our country. And if there is official collaboration between Nigeria and that country, they will reach an agreement concerning that individual. I think personally that was what played out. But officially, Britain have told us that they were not part of it, and they are offering a consulate service to Kanu if required. But by virtue of being a British citizen, Kanu does not need to apply for help. It is the British government, as far as a citizen is concerned, that will render help to their citizens.
Yeah, but he's a dual citizen. He's a British citizen and a Nigerian citizen, so that complicates it.
Okay, the passport, you can't travel with expired passport. No airline will accept it. There is no way Kanu would have traveled with a passport that expired since 7 years ago. This is where we have to draw the line.
I'm trying to understand where the passport analogy comes in.
Some of the news we had from the federal government or Malami is that he traveled with an expired passport of 2013. And the longest time for expiration of a passport is 5 years. Let's assume it's 5 years. Okay. Calculate 2013 to this day. How many years?
There are 10-year passports.
You say what?
There are passports that are 10 years.
Okay, 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but Malami said it's an expired passport.
Again, but again, what has that got to do with where he was arrested? Which country he was arrested in? Why hasn't that country been named officially?
Let's draw the line. Sandra, see my argument.
Okay.
If no individual that is not even a diplomat is not allowed to travel with expired passport, then we are being told that this man traveled with expired passport of Nigeria.
Paul, I'm out of time, but thank you very much for calling. This is definitely a rolling conversation, so it's one we're going to come back to. I've not seen this expired passport part, but I'll look for it and try and see what that's about. Yvonne is here to bring you business news. After that, 5 o'clock, let's talk about the murder of Mr. Osifo.
And now, the business news.
30% profit accrued from the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation has been earmarked for the search and exploration of crude oil in the northern part of the country. This is part of recommendations captured in the Petroleum Industry Bill presented by Chairman of the 54-member Joint Committee on Petroleum Downstream, Upstream and Gas, Mohammed Sabo. Sabo says this is necessary to enable the country to take advantage of threats to funding of fossil fuel projects as the world shifts from fossil fuel to alternative energy sources. The bill, when passed into law, will strengthen accountability and transparency in activities of the NNPC, as well as attract capital investment inflows to the sector. Have you ever desired to own an electric vehicle? Well, you have the opportunity now as electric vehicles are being produced in Nigeria. The Director General of the National Automobile Design and Development Council, Jelani Aliyu, made this known at the 15th Lagos Motor Fair in Lagos. According to Aliyu, one of the advantages of electric vehicles in Nigeria is the usage without much maintenance. Aliyu further identified how patronage as one of the challenges facing, low patronage as one of the challenges facing the assembling of vehicles in Nigeria. He, however, noted that the industry and relevant stakeholders are ready to assemble vehicles in Nigeria, while also encouraging Nigerians to patronize made in Nigeria vehicles. Away from that, operators of logistics and courier services in Lagos have welcomed moves to stop daily harassment and extortion from local council officials. The operators have commended Lagos lawmakers for the directive given to the council officers to stop the extortion and harassment of delivery men. They acknowledge that their businesses and operations have been affected badly in the past by these extortions, and the operators, however, hope that the order will not only be mentioned but also enforced. And still talking about extortion, truck owners in Apapa are also calling on the Lagos state government for help. They're crying out over alleged extortion by constituted authorities in that area. A chairman of the Nigerian Association of Road Transport Owners in Lagos, Apapa branch, Wale Oladende, led other members on a protest at the State House to express their displeasure at the developments. The chairman of the association's task force, Hassan Adekoya, also spoke about the irregularities happening in that corridor. He alleged that truck owners usually pay up to 300,000 naira when their trucks are being towed by the authorities. And that's the business news. Time for League of Extraordinary Nigerians with Onyi Sunday. I'm Yvonne Okaifo, and this is 99.3 Nigeria Info.
You can have your number one radio with you wherever you go.
Wow, really? Download our mobile app, search Nigeria Info FM on Google Play and Apple App Store. Your number one station for talk. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. Talk.
The Supreme Court basically said the only type of register the law recognizes is paper-based.
News.
The Senate has condemned the proposed siting of 20 projects in Lao local government area of the Rabbit.
Sports.
Goal number 2 for Liverpool, and the champions are ahead for the first time in this game. Second earlier, he dropped a clanger, and this time he's wiped the slate clean.
That's what we do. We are 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Hello, good afternoon, Lagos, and welcome to another interesting episode of League of Extraordinary Nigerians. I'm Onyi Sunday, and it's a pleasure to host the show this hot Thursday afternoon. Just a little bit of announcement there. On my way here, trust me, for those who are going into Lekki, it's traffic fiesta. Honestly, like I was scared already looking at it. So you might want to chill a little or join the traffic on time, so you just get your share of the mayhem before it gets worse. Well, that's the little I thought to share. What's on League of Extraordinary Nigerians? I was hoping to have Aramide Akintimehin on the show, but hey, Aramide just got back from Harvard. She is married too. For those asking who's Aramide Akintimehin, she was featured here on League of Extraordinary Nigerians. She's the 20-year-old Nigerian who was teaching out-of-school children in Nigeria. Well, yes, she is married now, and she is super busy. But then, of course, I know it's for a good cause. But she's promised to grant us an interview, say, in 2 weeks' time. So, yes, I'm looking forward to that interview. And I'm sure many are also looking forward to hearing from Aramide. There's a story that's been going round for some time now. I thought not to talk about it because I know I've featured the man behind this vision and behind the successes recorded so far. I've featured him twice on the show, but hey, if you're making a difference in society and still touching people's lives, people just need to hear the story. We need inspiration at this time because it's a crazy world out there. I'm talking about Tunde Onokoya. Yes, the founder of Chess and Slums Africa. I'm sure you all heard the story of Ferdinand, the child living with cerebral palsy in Makoko. Ferdinand was also recognized by the Lagos State governor as well. Ferdinand Momo, yes, a 10-year-old child born with cerebral palsy. Yes, his pictures everywhere. And it's amazing, because, talking to Tunde, who just does what he does, is focusing on slums and teaching children. And I remember the first time he was on the show, there's someone who sent me a message and said, can you please talk to Tunde for me? I need my child to also learn how to play chess. I know we're talking about chess, we're talking about it beyond just being a game. We're talking about what it does for the development of these children mentally. And to my surprise, the man sent me a message saying, thank you very much. Tunde has started coaching my son. And I think I was like in Surulere. This wasn't even in a slum. He did that. I haven't seen anyone I have met people, of course, who are very selfless, but there's something about Tunde. He was also the one who discovered that kid with the family living in a container near a river. The mother had died in that container with her unborn child and also lost her little baby owing to what? Poverty. And so he looks beyond what you and I see, right? This is him doing something else, doing his chess thing, and then he notices this kid who's looking tattered. And then you have this story of Ferdinand as well. Ferdinand was the guy who the kids in Makoko would always laugh at. Apparently they said he was the laughingstock of the community. You know how it is, managing a child with cerebral palsy. Of course, he couldn't join his father in being a fisherman or join his mother in trading because mentally, and physically his body wouldn't let him do that. But Tunde noticed this kid that would always come look through the window when he was teaching other children chess, and he just decided to give him an opportunity. That's the key word there, to give him an opportunity. It's one thing to notice, right? And say, oh dear, I wish I can do something for this person. It's another thing to say, you know what, let me try. And he gave this kid an opportunity. And from the story so far, in a few minutes, this boy showed that, he was a natural born, natural chess player. It's amazing, isn't it? That of all things, I keep saying chess is a very bougie game, but Tunde's really breaking that by taking chess to the slum. So if you're thinking, I'm a chess player, I know what's up, and you find your way in Makoko.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's